chosen one. Stop everything you are doing right now. Something about this moment is not ordinary. You did not find this message randomly. God placed it in front of you at the exact second your spirit needed confirmation. Something sacred is about to shift in your life, and if you leave early, you may miss the revelation your soul has been waiting for. Listen carefully. This is not random. There is a reason you are hearing this today. You have been carrying a quiet weight inside your chest for longer than you have admitted to anyone. You have been waiting for a sign. You have been praying for confirmation. You have been watching your life and wondering whether God still heard you. And tonight, this message is the answer your patience has been holding space for. You were never ordinary. Everything about your existence was intentional. The way you feel things deeply, the way you notice details other people miss, the way you sense the shift in the room before anyone speaks, the way you carry other people's emotions as if they were your own. That is not weakness. That is a spiritual gift you were born to carry. God has been preparing you for something so personal, so precise, and so spiritually significant that it could only be revealed in His timing. He has been refining your heart through the very pain that made you feel forgotten. He has been teaching you lessons through the very loneliness that made you question your worth. He has been redirecting your path through the very doors that slammed shut in front of you. You may have noticed that certain situations kept repeating. The same kind of friendship, the same kind of betrayal, the same kind of disappointment from people you trusted. You may have wondered whether you were cursed, whether life was punishing you, or whether something was permanently wrong with your story. But chosen one, that repetition was not punishment. It was preparation. God was teaching you what you would no longer accept. He was training your spirit to recognize red flags before they became wounds. He was shaping your discernment through the very experiences that tried to break your softness. And now, the repetition is ending. The cycle is breaking. The lesson has been learned, and the next chapter is about to reveal what your faith was protecting. There is a reason you are hearing this today. The timing is not coincidence. There is a reason this video reached your eyes at this exact hour, on this exact day, in this exact season of your life. God speaks through seasons. He speaks through quiet moments. He speaks through the unexplainable pull that brings you to a message that feels like it was written about you. That pull is your confirmation, even in your hardest moments. Something inside you refused to give up. You kept praying even when the prayer felt empty. You kept believing even when the evidence told you to stop. You kept hoping even when the people around you moved on with their lives while you quietly carried the weight of unanswered questions. That stubborn faith is not foolishness. It is the mark of a soul chosen for a purpose too important to abandon. This is your confirmation. God has not forgotten about you. The silence was not absence. The delay was not rejection. The pain was not punishment. Everything you experienced was part of a divine preparation that only your spirit could understand. And the part of you that still wakes up believing in something greater is the part that God has been protecting all along. You have been misunderstood for most of your life. People have labeled your sensitivity as weakness. They have called your depth too much. They have told you to stop overthinking when you were actually sensing truth. They have told you to calm down when you were feeling something real. They have mocked your faith when they could not see what your spirit already knew. But the people who misunderstood you were never meant to validate your calling. They were only meant to reveal who they were not chosen to walk with. Type yes if this speaks to your spirit. Let your heart confirm what your mind is finally allowing itself to believe. You are chosen, and your life is entering a season of revelation. Chosen one, there is a reason you have felt different. You are different. You were never designed to fit into the same patterns as the people around you. You were designed to see what they ignore, feel what they avoid, and carry what they are not spiritually equipped to understand. That difference is not a flaw. It is your fingerprint. It is the evidence of a soul chosen before you were even born. You were chosen because God trusted you with something heavier than comfort. He trusted you with the ability to feel deeply because your calling requires deep empathy. He trusted you with intuition because your purpose requires discernment. He trusted you with pain because your testimony requires authenticity. He trusted you with seasons of loneliness because your future requires a foundation only solitude could build. That is why even in your hardest moments, you felt something spiritually keeping you alive. Even when your mind wanted to give up, your spirit whispered one more time. Even when the world looked normal around you, you carried a heaviness that no one could see but God Himself. You were not failing. You were being shaped in a season that required privacy. The isolation was not rejection. It was refinement. When the crowd moved away from you, God moved closer. When the friendships faded, divine clarity replaced them. When the noise of life quieted, you finally began hearing the voice that had been speaking beneath every anxious thought you carried. That voice was guiding you. That voice was preparing you. That voice was telling you that your story was not over, even when the visible evidence suggested otherwise. You may have noticed that, during the seasons of your greatest pain, you also experienced your greatest insights. You start understanding things about people that they never said out loud. You began recognizing patterns that explained everything you had been confused about. You started seeing the truth behind relationships that once felt safe. That awakening was not accidental. It was God teaching you how to see through the surface of life so that no one could ever deceive you the same way again. Your spiritual sensitivity is not something to suppress. It is something to protect. You are sensitive because you are connected to a realm that most people do not even believe exists. You feel the energy in a room before any words are spoken. You feel distance from a person before they admit they are pulling away. You feel when something is wrong, even when everything appears fine on the outside. That ability is part of your gift, but it is also why spiritual attacks have followed you so closely. Darkness trembles when a chosen one begins to awaken. Confusion tries to steal your clarity. Doubt tries to convince you that your instincts were wrong. Loneliness tries to convince you that God has left you. These attacks were not evidence of your weakness. They were evidence of your significance. The enemy does not waste energy attacking people who do not carry light. Your suffering was loud because your purpose is loud. Your pain was visible because the world needed to witness what refinement looks like. And now, God is about to reveal the answer to every prayer you whispered in secret. He is about to turn the lessons into blessings. He is about to turn your waiting into evidence. He is about to turn what felt like punishment into protection. This is your confirmation. Nothing about your life has been accidental. The heartbreak was necessary. The betrayal was necessary. The waiting was necessary. The silence was necessary. Every season that felt meaningless was preparing space for something sacred that is now ready to enter your life. There is a reason you are hearing this. The reason is that God does not waste revelation. He does not place words in front of a soul that is not prepared to receive them. He does not give a message like this to someone who is going to walk away from it unchanged. You are hearing this because your spirit is ready for what He is about to reveal. Your heart is finally steady enough to receive the truth without breaking. Your faith is finally strong enough to carry the weight of what is coming. Type 1111 to affirm this message. Let it be your declaration that you are ready for revelation, ready for truth, ready for what only God can place inside your life at this exact moment. Chosen one, God is about to reveal what you have been waiting for, and what He is about to reveal will not look like anything you imagined. It will not arrive loudly. It will not arrive through the people who disappointed you. It will not arrive through the doors you forced open out of desperation. It will arrive quietly, spiritually, and with a precision only He could design. What you have been waiting for is not a single moment. It is an unfolding. God does not answer prayers with a single event. He answers them with a series of confirmations that slowly reveal the plan He has been carrying behind the scenes. You will start to notice small things first. A silent thought, a familiar feeling, a sudden stillness in your chest, a warmth in your spirit that feels different from anything you can explain. These are the first signs. They will be followed by doors that open without effort. People who appear at the right time. Opportunities that feel strangely peaceful. Conversations that feel spiritually guided. Decisions that feel obvious even though you have been wrestling with them for months. That is the revelation beginning to surface. God does not reveal everything at once, because your spirit needs time to align with the new weight it is about to carry. If He dropped every answer into your life in one instant, your heart could not hold it. So He teaches you how to receive truth slowly. He gives you confirmation in pieces. He lets you feel the truth before He lets you see it. And once He knows you are ready, He reveals the full picture. That picture will shock you, because the full picture will show that nothing went wrong. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was punishment. Every delay was protection. Every closed door was redirection. Every painful goodbye was preparation. The people who left were removed so that the people meant for your future could find you. The opportunities that fell apart were released so that the opportunities aligned with your purpose could take their place. You will look back and realize that the chapter you thought broke you was the chapter that built you. The lesson you thought was a mistake was the lesson that saved you from a future you were never supposed to enter. The loneliness that made you cry at night was the silence required for your spirit to receive instruction from the only voice that could be trusted forever. This revelation will not just explain your past, it will reveal what is next. And what is next will require every lesson, every test, every tear, and every silent prayer you have already offered. You are not abandoned. You are being assembled. God is about to reveal a person. He is about to reveal a path. He is about to reveal a purpose. He is about to reveal an assignment. Something so personal, so specific, and so spiritually aligned that even your closest people may not fully understand it. But you will understand it because it has been written inside your heart before you ever heard it with your ears. That is how God confirms revelation to his chosen ones. He lets you feel it first. He lets you carry the desire before he delivers the answer. He lets you walk through the longing before he shows you the destination. And when the moment finally arrives, your spirit will say, "I knew this was coming. I could feel it before I could see it." That feeling is your confirmation of divine revelation. And the revelation is not just about what you are receiving. It is also about what you are being released from. The part of you that kept begging for approval will be removed. The part of you that kept convincing yourself that you were too much will be removed. The part of you that kept apologizing for needing basic love will be removed. The guilt that told you to stay in painful situations will be removed. God is revealing a version of you that you have not met yet. A version that does not shrink. A version that does not negotiate with disrespect. A version that does not confuse suffering with loyalty. A version that knows the difference between a blessing and a test, between a door and a trap, between love and emotional performance. That version is emerging right now, in this very moment, as you listen to these words. Let it rise. Let it settle into your chest. Let it remind you that you have authority over your own peace. Let it remind you that divine protection is not only about shielding you from danger, it is also about shielding you from staying loyal to the wrong things. You were protected from the wrong relationships. You were protected from the wrong friendships. You were protected from the wrong partnerships. You were protected from environments that would have damaged your spirit. You were protected from opportunities that looked good but carried the wrong energy. Even when those protections hurt, they were working. Even in your hardest moments, God was quietly protecting a future only he could see. What you are about to witness will not require your performance. It will not require you to chase anyone. It will not require you to plead for attention or beg for stability. It will arrive because the season you survived prepared the soil in your heart for the right seed. And now, the seed is ready. The revelation is ready. The chapter is ready. To type 777 if you trust God's timing. Stop trying to make things happen through force. Let them unfold through faith, chosen one. There is also a hidden spiritual dimension to this season that you must understand. Not every battle you have faced has been visible. Some of your deepest wounds were caused by spiritual warfare, not by the people who pretended to love you. They were caused by confusion placed in your mind, heaviness placed in your chest, and doubt placed in your prayers. You may have noticed that during certain seasons, your mind felt cloudy, even though nothing was visibly wrong. Your thoughts spiraled in directions that did not match your values. You felt drained without a physical explanation. You felt angry, sad, or anxious without a clear reason. You tried to pray, but the words felt hollow. You tried to read scripture, but focus escaped you. That was not depression. That was not weakness. That was spiritual pressure placed on a soul that was about to carry revelation. Every chosen one goes through seasons of invisible warfare before God places something sacred in their hands. The warfare is designed to make you believe that you are losing yourself, but it is actually a sign that you are being stretched into a higher capacity. The heaviness is not punishment, it is preparation. Think about the heaviest spiritual seasons of your life. You survived them. You did not lose your faith. You did not lose your hope. You did not lose your belief that something greater was being prepared. That survival was not luck. That survival was the evidence that God placed His hand over your spirit personally. He does that for the people He needs. He does it for the people He trusts with deeper assignments. He does it for the chosen ones who are being prepared for revelation only God can place inside them. So when the spiritual heaviness comes again, do not panic. Do not curse yourself. Do not question your faith. Recognize it. Name it. Remind yourself that the heaviness is temporary because the revelation is approaching. The warfare gets louder right before the breakthrough, just like the sky gets darker right before sunrise. And right now, the sky is dark for a reason. The reveal is coming. Type 222 if you are ready for breakthrough. Your spirit already knows something is breaking. Your body already feels the shift. Your mind already hears the invitation. All you have to do now is say yes to what God is placing in front of you. Chosen one, what is about to be revealed will also require you to release. You cannot receive what God has prepared while you are still gripping what He told you to release. That release may not look the way you imagined. You may have to release the story you kept telling yourself about who hurt you. You may have to release the version of your future you were forcing to exist. You may have to release the relationship you were praying would change. You may have to release the opportunity you waited for that never arrived. You may have to release the identity that kept you small in order to keep other people comfortable. These releases will feel like a loss at first, but they will feel like freedom by morning. Every release is a doorway. Every goodbye is a clearing. Every closed chapter is the moment God opens the next one. The empty space you feel inside you was not created by loss. It was created by divine preparation. God emptied parts of your life so that He could fill them with what only He could place there. If you cling to things He has already removed, the new thing will not be able to land. That is why surrender is the final step before revelation. You are being asked to lay down the grief. You are being asked to lay down the resentment. You are being asked to lay down the doubt. You are being asked to lay down the pride that keeps you explaining your worth to people who are not listening. When you finally put those things down, your hands become empty enough to receive what is being handed to you. And what is being handed to you is not small. It is not ordinary. It is not something the people around you can manufacture. It is not something your effort could have forced into existence. It is something only God could give. And He is giving it now because the timing has finally aligned. The same God who carried you through your lowest nights is about to reveal the reason for those nights. The same God who shielded you from people who did not deserve your energy is about to place people in your path that will honor every piece of your spirit. The same God who held your hand when you could not pray is about to answer prayers you have carried for years. Nothing about your life has been accidental. This is your invitation. This is your confirmation. This is the moment your patience begins to turn into visible evidence of your closeness to God. Even in your hardest moments, He remained. Even when the room was quiet, He did not leave. Even when no one answered your prayers, He heard every word. Even when the world moved on, He kept refining you for what was next. The reveal is not a reward for perfection. It is the natural result of surrendered faith. It is the response to a heart that kept believing, even when the timeline felt wrong. God rewards faithfulness in ways that the world never expects. Your blessing may arrive through an unexpected person. Your breakthrough may arrive through an opportunity that feels too small at first. Your healing may arrive through a moment so quiet that you almost miss it. Your revelation may arrive through a thought that arrives in the middle of the night, so clear that you cannot ignore it. Do not dismiss the small thing. God often reveals the biggest revelation through the smallest whisper. And when the whisper arrives, listen, because your spirit is finally trained to hear it. Your discernment is finally sharp enough to recognize it. Your stillness is finally deep enough to receive it. This is the moment your waiting made room for. This is the moment your tears cleared a path. For this is the moment your silence became sacred ground. Type yes if this speaks to your spirit again. Let your heart say it louder than your mind, because your mind is only beginning to understand what your spirit has known all along. Chosen one, do not underestimate what God has hidden in your life. There are revelations about people. There are revelations about timing. There are revelations about purpose. There are revelations about your own identity that have been waiting for the right season to surface. You are not the same person you were a year ago. You are not the same person you were last month. You are not the same person you were when you first heard this call inside your heart. You have been changing. Silently, sometimes painfully, but surely. The change is the revelation already beginning. Every time you chose honesty instead of performance, revelation surfaced. Every time you chose peace instead of chaos, revelation surfaced. Every time you chose silence instead of arguing, revelation surfaced. Every time you chose to walk away instead of chasing, revelation surfaced. What God is about to reveal is not hidden because He is silent. It is hidden because you are not yet ready to carry it. Now you are ready. Now the weight feels lighter. Now your spirit feels steady. Now your heart feels open without feeling vulnerable. That readiness is your confirmation. And the revelation will move you forward with a momentum that no person, no betrayal, no delay, no enemy, no failure could ever stop. You were never meant to live a small life. You were never meant to carry the same heaviness forever. You were never meant to remain in the same painful environment that drained your light. You were meant to live a life so aligned with God's purpose that even silence feels holy in your presence. That life is not a fantasy. That life is the answer to every prayer you whispered when you believed no one cared. God cared the entire time. He heard every midnight prayer. He saw every quiet tear. He caught every thought you were too ashamed to speak. He remembered every promise you made to Him in your hardest moments. He kept every dream you thought you had to bury. And now, He is revealing that nothing was lost. It was all being held, stored in his hands, protected from the wrong outcomes, waiting for the exact season he always intended to release it. That season is now. That revelation is now. That confirmation is now, and you are now ready to receive it. Do not let fear convince you that you missed it. Do not let doubt convince you that someone else deserved it more. Do not let your old wounds tell you that this good thing cannot be for you. The same God who created every star in the sky is speaking to your heart personally tonight. If he said you are chosen, then you are chosen. If he said your season is shifting, then your season is shifting. If he said the reveal is coming, then the reveal is coming. You do not need confirmation from people who cannot see what God is doing in your life. You do not need approval from voices that have already proven they cannot hear him. You do not need permission from the same relationships that tried to dim your light. You only need obedience to the voice that gently calls your name when the rest of the world goes quiet. That voice has been preparing this moment since before you were born. The timing you questioned was never late. It was only hidden so that you could be ready for the weight of what it carries. The answer you waited for was never withheld. It was only being shaped so that it would not break your heart when it arrived. The future you tried to force was never blocked. It was only delayed because a better version was being prepared. And that better version is now entering your life. You will feel it. You will know it. You will recognize it before you even understand the details. Because your spirit has been rehearsing for this day in every lonely night and every quiet morning you thought nobody saw. God saw. God protected. God prepared. And now God reveals. This is your confirmation. Your waiting was worth it. Your faith was not wasted. Your tears watered something holy. Your patience was not ignored. Your sensitivity was not a flaw. Your isolation was not a punishment. Your silence was not the absence of God. It was the presence of Him. And what He is about to reveal is more than you imagined. It is more aligned than you dreamed. It is more loving than the love you lost. It is more powerful than the pain you survived. It is more personal than anything the world has been able to offer you, because it is coming from the only source that can give you what your soul has been starving for, without ever telling anyone. That source is God, and His revelation is not late. It is right on time. Comment Amen if you feel chosen. Type 1111 again if your spirit is ready to receive everything God has been hiding for this exact moment. Chosen one, this message is not the end. It is the beginning. What God has been revealing is going to continue unfolding in your life long after this video ends. You may not see it immediately. You may not understand it instantly. But if you continue walking with Him, you will begin noticing doors that open without effort, peace that arrives without explanation, clarity that surfaces without forcing it. That is the revelation unfolding. That is your confirmation continuing. That is your purpose quietly aligning with what was always yours. Do not rush the process. Do not chase what is chasing you. Do not force what is already moving toward you. Let God lead. Let Him reveal at His pace. Trust that every moment of delay was preparing your spirit to handle the weight of what is arriving. And when the next test comes, do not forget how far you have come. Remember the nights you survived. Remember the prayers that felt empty but were heard. Remember the people who left, the doors that closed, the tears you held in silence. Remember that none of those moments were wasted. They were preparing the space for this exact moment. And in this moment, God is speaking to your spirit. He is reassuring you. He is reminding you that you were never forgotten. He is reminding you that you were never abandoned. He is reminding you that you were never too much. You were never too emotional. You were never too sensitive. You were never too deep. You were exactly chosen for what is about to reveal itself to you. So breathe. Let your shoulders fall. Let your jaw relax. Let the tension leave your body. You are safe in this moment. You are seen in this moment. You are protected in this moment. And you are being guided towards something that you do not have to carry alone. God is with you. The revelation is with you. The blessing is with you. The breakthrough is with you. And nothing in this world will be able to stop what He has already begun. Walk forward in faith. Walk forward with your head held high. Walk forward knowing that you are chosen, you are seen, you are guided, and you are finally arriving at the chapter He prepared before you ever took your first breath. This is your moment. This is your confirmation. This is your revelation. And it is only the beginning. Type 777 one final time to declare that God's timing is perfect. Like this video if you feel this revelation touch your spirit. Comment Amen if you are ready to receive everything God is about to place in your life. The chosen one was never lost. The chosen one was simply being prepared for the moment the world would finally see what God had placed inside them all along. That moment is now.